Financial literacy includes protecting your assets, right? Protect your assets, your cash, your money, whatever it is that you have as best as you can. Try to find out who exactly has access to your money within big corporations or accounting firms. What's up, ladies and gents? Social Nurse here. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate your time. We're going to talk about Nick Cannon, right, who was swindled, bamboozled by a Ugandan, right, who has fled to Uganda. And I don't know that he will be extradited to the United States. I'm not a big Nick Cannon fan. I stopped kind of like being a fan a while ago. I just don't really like his perspectives, right? But at the same time, I hope this man gets justice, right? I want to say that it's important to co-op, to work with each other, right? To find people and include them in your network that have different skills, right? To co-op with each other, because times are serious, cantankerous, and dangerous, right? And I hope Nick Cannon gets justice. I think someone at his level has the power, the status, the ability to request to see and know exactly who has access to his money in whatever accounting firm, bookkeeping firm, financial advising firm that handles his money, right? And we as common citizens, we should try to be as aware as possible in watching what's going on with financial literacy as to what's going on with our money so that we may be able to act sooner. I am sorry if this sounds prejudiced, but I think that in this day and age, right, we need to be aware if someone has a flight, the ability to be a flight risk to get out of this country, the United States of America, right? If they are dual citizens, right? They can escape the crime that they've committed, right? Even if they're from a developing country, right? Or some country that is deemed to be lower than the great United States of America. Everybody wants to come here. And many of them don't want to go home and fix their countries, right? But they are willing to come here, will deal, bamboozle, and steal from you, all while grinning with lovely white teeth, bright big eyes, being agreeable, appeasing, but stabbing you in the back financially. I would not want anyone that's a flight risk or with dual citizenship handling my funds, right? Especially if they, have the ability or have access to millions, right? This man from Uganda, and hopefully I get his name pronounced correctly, Frank Musoke. From this point, I'm going to say the Ugandan man, or Frank. But this man is a thief. He needs to go to jail. He allegedly, right? Frank allegedly siphoned the funds between December 2019 and June 2023 by exploiting his access to Cannon's financial accounts, debit cards, and PINs. Prosecutors claim that Frank used the money for a lavish lifestyle, including approximately $1.7 million in ATM withdrawals, $192,000 for personal travel, and over $165,000 on Amazon purchases. Charges. Frank faces a 8-count indictment, including 5 counts of wire fraud and 3 counts of tax evasion for failing to report the stolen income. Current status. Frank was fired from the Beverly Hills management firm in July 2023. Authorities believe he has fled to Uganda, where he holds dual citizenship. If convicted, he faces up to 20 years in federal prison for each fraud charge. I hope Nick Cannon gets justice. What comes around goes around, right? I really do believe that some of these people that commit crimes, whatever the crime is against others, eventually has to face what they've done in some way, right? I I think you really need to be careful dealing with someone that has dual citizenship, right? Uh, be careful donating and giving your money to someone that has dual citizenship. They fled here to the United States and they have access to flee back home, right? Because in some communities, more than other communities, it's celebrated to bamboozle, steal from other people, right? Stealing is in every group of people, right? Their people are capable of it. But for some people, right, they have an advantage because they can flee to a country that will not be cooperative, possibly with extradition. Any thoughts on this, right? Who's in your social network? Who are you co-opting with, right? Who are you dealing with financially, right? Who has access to your fund? Who's part of your social capital? Should they really be there? Should there be limits, right? Are you keeping your eyes open? Someone that can flee to another country that you can't go to and be comfortable in, you need to watch them, social nurse.